Welcome back to Star Trek Online, everybody. I'm your host, the Housecoat Gamer. Today, we are going through the 50 subscriber special, something I've been looking forward to for a while, and we're going through 3 missions all in one sitting. The core of the matter, Vorgon conclusions, and terminal expanse. Mostly so I can share my feelings about the incompetency of the Temporal Integrity Commission and Daniels. Let's roll on, shall we?
We've detected significant temporal activity in the Galorndon core system, circa the 23rd century. I'm going to investigate it, and I'd like you to join me. We believe the Nakul are involved, along with a planet killer. A doomsday machine. If so, we need to stop them at all costs. I'll provide your ship with holographic camouflage. It's best if the Romulans of that time don't see a vessel from the future.
Or from the past, in this case. We are going to be using the Kelvin timeline ships. In this case, the Command Cruiser and the Intel Dreadnought ship, the Vengeance. Let's get the Galorndon core, shall we?
Thank you. I've also transmitted files that will establish your cover identity as Tal Shiar security operatives. You'll need to put this data into their local network before entering the research facility, however. There's a comms satellite nearby that you can use to accomplish this.
Daniels is incompetent, to say the least. Now, I've said this many times, but is he really suited to be a temporal agent when... Look what happened to... Shockwave, is all I have to say.
Tal Shiar vessel, cease all sensor scans of the device immediately. You do not have the proper clearance.
IRW Moreri, this is Galorndon Station Command. Please transmit your security credentials. Data received, Moreri. Welcome to Galorndon Core. Sending you transporter coordinates now. I've taken the liberty of informing Commander Chulak. I'm sure the Director will want to greet you personally.
Doomsday machines seek and destroy planetary bodies, consuming what remains as fuel. And yet, there's one in orbit just sitting there, peacefully. It looks like reports of the Nakul gaining the ability to control the machines are accurate. We need to find out how, and fast. Your holographic disguises should conceal you while you search the facility. Good hunting.
Up yours, Daniels. I know what I'm doing. I have no respect for him, considering he is an eternal screw-up. So, why show him the respect? Any respect he doesn't deserve.
This area is restricted. You need to leave. Now. My orders are clear, Romulan. No one is to pass this point until the meeting is concluded. No one, not even Chulak himself.
Touchy. Then again, the Temporal Integrity Commission kind of screwed up on that one, too.
Subcommander, it is my duty to inform you that this area is restricted. Sir. Yes, Subcommander. At once. Forgive my rudeness. Access granted. Let me get the door for you.
Now, if you're curious as to the weapon I'm using, it's the Mirror Zephram Cochrane shotgun. I honestly think this is one of the best weapons in the game, for one simple reason. Shotgun.
Subcommander, I've been instructed to grant you access to this facility.
An actual shotgun.
Of course, Subcommander. My family is a friend to the Tal Shiar, and loyal to the Empire. Access for you and your team is granted.
Now. Log time.
The Senate has dispatched an agent from an alien race known as the Nakul. Repugnant creature. But she's of a keen mind and cunning I can appreciate as a Romulan officer. If only her visage wasn't so hideous. She boasts she has a weapon that will turn the tide in favor of Romulus. An old song, to be sure, but she sings it sweetly. Krog's mysterious backer, the so-called envoy, has made an impression in the right circles of power. We'll see if he can deliver, however. Data on his miracle weapon is due to arrive soon. Those scars, truly hideous. Krog is practically radiant in comparison. My researchers have analyzed the Nakul weapon data. It matches a report we have on an incident in Federation space involving a doomsday machine. If accurate, this weapon destroyed USS Constellation and nearly rid the cosmos of USS Enterprise. It seems Enterprise's thrice-stamped captain exposed a vulnerability in the weapon. I shall have to address this with Krog upon her return. Krog arrives tomorrow, along with her reportedly improved weapon. I believe the envoy will be making an appearance as well. It seems it's the season for guests. If my agents are to be believed, we'll be getting a visit from the Tal Shiar very soon. I'm already suffering the witless bureaucrat from the Senate. To endure the serpents of the secret police is nearly too much to ask of a true Romulan.
You have no idea, Chulak. Of course, this particular Tal Shiar operative is a Starfleet officer. And not just any Starfleet officer, my main toon. Klingons aren't afraid of tribbles, they just hate tribbles.
Subcommander, if this doomsday weapon lives up to the Nakul woman's boasts, it will ensure the Empire's dominance over the entire quadrant. The Federation and the Klingons will have no choice but to bend the knee to Romulus, or face annihilation. No. Trust is a hard-earned currency. However, I respect their weapon.
Who doesn't respect the Doomsday Machine? Especially its theme.
Greetings, Sub-Commander. I knew it was only a matter of time before the fabled Tal Shiar came to call. The Nakul have brought a glorious weapon to your empire. You won't be disappointed. I can assure you. This one shall, Sub-Commander. Beyond measure.
Your attention, please. Let's begin, shall we? We thank Specialist Krog of Nakul for joining us. We have concerns about the dangers involved with this weapon.
You have nothing to fear from the machine, my friend.
Would you be so confident if you were here? envoy.
Utterly so, Commander. Soon, the Doomsday Machine will bring our foes to their knees.
Bold words, envoy. We shall see, won't we?
It would seem a demonstration is in order. See to it, Krog.
As you wish. Shall we, Commander?
Very well. Show me what this beast of yours can do.
It will be my pleasure.
Enjoy the show, interloper. They are using holographic disguises. Guards, deal with them.
Time for a little bit of fun. Alley-oop. Join my army of the Borg. You can see why I love this shotgun. Sure, it's a close-range weapon, but with the enemies I face, the Borg, everybody likes to get up close, especially the Klingons. I've gotten myself some new tricks since, well, I have some new tricks. Welcome to the collective, boys. I don't think they like me very much. On the other hand, I think I'm enjoying this just a bit too much. You can see why this is my main. Now, I got this shotgun a while ago during the event. My problem is, why don't I have the ability to use it on all my toons? You have got to be kidding me. Lovely. Just when you think things can't go wrong, they have. Hold on a moment. Well, that was annoying. But got it done. Now,
We're trying to get our computer to interface with that Nakul control console, but their tech is quite advanced. I need at least 5 minutes to integrate it.
get to work, Daniels.
Uninvited guests will make a fine target for the weapon, Chulak.
If it isn't dealing with that incompetent twit Daniels, it's with the Nakul, who don't seem to know the meaning of not my fault. Fine, we'll do it the old-fashioned way.
The Doomsday Machine is about to open fire.
Fire on this.
Nice dodge. Keep it up.
Alley-oop. Now I just need to stay behind the Doomsday Machine. A simple enough endeavor.
Targeting us again. We need to move.
But yeah, Daniels is incredibly incompetent. Name one instance where he hasn't screwed up. Please. One instance where he hasn't screwed up and needed Archer or somebody else to bail him out of trouble. A competent temporal agent. Would not need such things.
Doomsday Machine so we can transmit the control codes. Activating shutdown protocol. Now. Something is wrong. It's not working. It's firing indiscriminately.
Further proof of Daniel's incompetence.
It's only a matter of time before that thing destroys the planet. All ships, destroy the Doomsday weapon and the cool ships. Now!
The fabled Romulan treachery at last. You'll regret this, Rocky.
On the attack wing. Fire torpedoes into that thing's maw. All ships, protect the planet from that machine at all costs.
I hate Jar Jar Abrams so much.
Yes, then a cool ship is about to be food for the beast.
But the STO version of his ship is perfectly fine.
Wait, what's happening? The machine. It's on a collision course. No, no!
You suck, Daniels. This is your fault.
I don't know who you are, and I don't care. You helped us with the traitorous Nakul, and that earned you a reprieve. For now. Leave while you still can. I won't ask twice.
You want me to leave? Fine.
The Nakul ship must have detonated within the Doomsday machine. Disrupted it somehow. This must feel like a Pyrrhic victory at best, too.
Yay! Blister face!
An occupational hazard, I'm afraid. I'll be fine. What matters is that Chulak and his allies would have killed billions had their plan succeeded. Instead, his life is a cautionary tale, forever disgraced by his loss here today. We stopped them this time, at great cost. Clearly, the Nakul and their leader, this envoy, are willing to do anything to win this war, even commit genocide. It's unfortunate that Chulak didn't stand up to the Nakul sooner. It might have prevented this tragedy today.
Alright, now it's time for the next mission. And that's going to be Vorgon Conclusions.
There's been a temporal disturbance in the 27th century. It's happening in the Lurs system. Vorgon mercenaries are targeting a scientist named Cal Dano. This is big. We must keep Dano and his research out of Vorgon hands. I've transmitted the temporal coordinates. Meet me there.
Now, I hate the Jar Jar timeline for so many reasons. I mean, this ship, the ship I'm currently flying, is 3 times the size of a Galaxy-class starship. It has giant holes everywhere. Who designed this thing, and how do I slap him upside the head? Let's get started.
Time shift complete. Permission to come aboard? Cal Dano is stationed here at a Daystrom Institute research facility. The Vorgons may already have what they came for. Bring us into scanning range. We need to find out.
Frankly, I would have liked to get rid of the incompetent twit. But I'm being railroaded into doing this. But seriously, giant holes. Holes do not make things instantly better. If anything, they make things worse.
It's highly likely the Vorgons are at Cal Dano's research facility trying to get what they want. I'll take point on this one. I need you to keep an eye on that Vorgon ship and its crew. They might send reinforcements, or open fire from orbit.
Alright, let's get started. Now I've launched my little fighter pods. I think they launch from here, because they're assault drones of some kind. Obviously, the best way to deal with this thing is use a carrier.
Cornered Cal Dano. Engaging them now.
Or simply have an overwhelming amount of DPS. Yeah.
This is Baratas, commander of the VSV Aberel. You are interfering with the private matter that does not concern you. Identify yourself.
My name is Azure. Baratas and I pursue a researcher named Cal Dano, and have been for some time. He has created a weapon of mass destruction. A very valuable weapon. The Tox Uthat and its maker will be ours. Our reinforcements are en route. You should not have interfered.
Caldano's safe. For now. We're ready to beam up. Since these Vorgons aren't of this era, destroying them won't disrupt the timeline.
Like I care, Daniels. I would have killed them either way.
Caldano must fulfill his personal destiny. I've given him my time ship to do so. Please clear it for launch. Trust me on this. I can always get another ship.
How'd you even get that ship in the first place? I mean, the Shockwave incident, the Detroit incident. Oh yeah, and let's not forget Stormfront. I mean, sure, it was cool and all with the Stukas with disruptors.
We need to cover Cal's escape.
But it was just...
Almost there. Just keep the Vorgons busy. You made it. The time ship is safely on its way.
Oops. Okay, I think I've discovered the secret. Too much DPS!
This is a temporary setback. Your interference will not keep us from Caldano or the Tox Uthot. History can be changed, as you will see.
That's what you think.
The Arborel just engaged a temporal drive. They're gone. The Vorgons know a lot about the Tox Uthot and its history. They'll want to reach a pivotal point in its timeline. There! I have them. Reading a new temporal ripple. In the year 2152. Unfortunately, I can't ask Captain Archer to get involved in this one, so if you don't mind. Temporal course laid in. Ready when you are.
Let's go keep them from blowing up the NX-01. Unfortunately, the Tholians are going to get involved. They always do. Seriously, why is TOS phasers the sound that plays? Shouldn't those be...
The time ship, or what's left of it, is currently on Enterprise, along with the body of Caldano.
The sound of plasma weaponry and Tetrion weapons?
The Vorgons don't know this, however. We can't let them endanger Enterprise or her crew. Also, we should stay out of Enterprise's sensor range. They haven't detected us yet, but let's not tempt fate.
Now, as you can see, having...
History shows you have a habit of meddling in the affairs of others.
We believe it is time to break you of that habit.
Learn to live with disappointment, Baratas. Lately with Star Trek, I've been forced to do the same. Cough, cough, STD, cough, cough. Aspects of Picard, cough, cough. The entirety of Lower Decks. If I wanted Rick and Morty, I'd watch Rick and Morty. Yeah. Stealthy.
Unidentified vessels. You are temporal anomalies. You do not belong. Your Chronicon signature matches a vessel we seek. We want no white. Submit to investigation, or you will be purged.
Tholian Captain, we are not aligned with these interlopers. In fact, we would be happy to ally with you against them.
Alliance proposal refused. You are anomalous. They are anomalous. You will all be purged.
Purged this.
The Arborel's performing a temporal shunt. They're escaping! There's a Vulcan rescue team on its way to aid the Dakir. We should leave before they arrive and ask questions we're not prepared to answer. Scanning for the Vorgons now. Ah, of course. They're heading to Risa. You may recall burying the Toxutot there with Cal. Ah, about that. Truth is, Captain Picard realized the scientific value of the Toxutot and faked its destruction to fool the Vorgons. It worked. Until now. I'm reading a new disturbance. Sol System 2375. They know where it is. Course locked in. Are you ready for transit?
Like I have a choice in the matter. Now. Time to kill some Breen.
The Toxutot is here, in a high-security vault under Starfleet command. I assume the Vorgons are taking advantage of the chaos and the heavy damage to infiltrate the security facility and steal the Toxutot. It held up for quite some time. I suspect our Vorgon friends are getting some help. History shows them giving up the hunt after their failure at Risa.
I have become death, destroyer of worlds, or something. I'm not exactly sure. Now. Oh, that's just painful. And I'm not even trying with this ship. Hello. You are Breen. You are also dead. I'm kinda handicapping myself here, so...
Let's take advantage of this lull in the battle to beam down. while we still can. Are you ready to beam down to Starfleet HQ?
Now, I believe there's a bunch of Breen that need to be introduced to 00 Buck. If you don't mind dying...
We should probably ask that researcher what he knows.
Oh, thank God you're not Breen. This is a nightmare. I think they're heading to the vault. What's left of my research team grabbed phasers from a security station and decided to hold the line. Against Breen soldiers. Complete, utter insanity. Please, help them.
Really? You think this is insanity? Pfft. You're an idiot. I mean, seriously. Your co-workers are holding the line quite well.
Thanks for the assist. Anything I can help you with?
The Federation fleet is at...
Thanks for the help. The Breen thought Starfleet scientists couldn't fight. As you can see, they were greatly mistaken. Funny you should mention that. We have. One of my team picked up 2 Vorgon life signs in the vault on local sensors, just before the Breen came to call. I notified security, for all the good that did. Let me buzz you in. Main access is over here. Damn! This thing's a total loss. I can open up secondary access for you, but you should know, the Breen made it in there. Could be rough going.
Let's deal with it. I mean, it shouldn't be that difficult to deal with. I've got a shotgun. And some of the most overpowered little sets of weapons in the game. Let's see how they like ambush turrets, mines, a solar gateway. Would you mind getting me up? All right. Overridden. Now, let's go deal with the Vorgons. I am not going to bother playing fair. Honestly, I hate the Vorgons more than most other things. They're too stupid to understand that they're in a losing battle.
I've brought you this far, and you still won't join me?
No, Envoy. Your war with the Federation doesn't concern us.
Only the Tox Uthat matters. Nothing else. We are not alone in that pursuit, as you can see.
These must be the meddlers that you spoke of, Barotus. Kill them quickly.
Yeah, that's unlikely to happen. Here's what I think of that. What in the name of? Well, that's just outright stupid. Hold on a second. Just wanted to make sure I didn't lose all my traits. Because, you know, the game likes to do that. It really likes to do that. Now,
We were so close.
Azure, no! No! Envoy, show yourself!
Having trouble, are we? You see now the depths our foes will go to, Baratus. Join me, and you'll have your revenge. I swear it.
Very well. I will follow your lead, Envoy. For vengeance.
Vengeance, indeed.
one, you're military, so you shouldn't get that. Two, Blisterface! Again! I enjoy Daniel's suffering. Sue me.
I'll be fine. Need to focus. Find the Toxutot. I'm afraid that's need-to-know information. And right now, you don't need to know.
Let's just find the damn thing and get this over with. As you might guess, having to deal with Daniels at all pisses me off. Ugh. That's tech I don't want to deal with. I really don't want to deal with it. Toxutot? Oh. That. What happened to poor O'Brien? He did not deserve that. Thank you. Energize. Let's skip back to the 25th century.
You did well. However, the Envoy keeps gaining allies. First the Nakul, and now the Vorgons. We've been hearing a name in chatter lately. The Temporal Liberation Front. Sounds like our friends are more organized than we thought. Thankfully, we kept them from Caldano and the Toxutot. I don't like to think about what could have happened otherwise. Do you have any questions? We have discovered that the Sphere Builders have been conducting operations in other universes. They aren't just looking to make changes in time, but in other dimensions as well. Their experiments in the parallel universe have produced results that will aid them in forming expanses here. We need to travel to that reality and stop the Sphere Builder research, while we still can.
Didn't even notice the mic was off. I think. I was a little too distracted. Anyway, as I was saying, if you couldn't hear me, this should be in future-proof Survivor, while Temporal Ambassador used to be in Klingon War. And honestly, I would prefer it to still be in Klingon War. It was there when I started, and it not being there is just jarring. And Daniels, the incompetency. Ugh. Now, this is going to be the last mission I'm going to be doing for this vid. And I'm cheating. And I know. I really should have more damage resistance, but one, I like having full sets, and two, DPS.
In 2387, an incident created a quantum rift between our universe and this one. A Romulan ship accidentally traveled here through a singularity. They found themselves in 2233 and later destroyed the USS Kelvin in battle. This caused their timeline to differ from ours. As a result, we now refer to it as the Kelvin timeline. We believe the sphere builders communicate with their operatives through the rift.
Ugh, I hate this universe.
Yes. In our timeline, they used the Xindi as a proxy force. I suspect they're doing the same thing here with the Klingons.
Hard to imagine any Klingons as anyone's proxy. The Changelings, the Undine.
I'm reading multiple spheres under construction in this sector, as well as the wreckage of spheres. I suspect the local forces are trying to prevent an expanse from being formed. This sphere isn't active yet. We need to neutralize it before the builders can create an expanse.
Starfleet Command, this is the USS Yorktown. We are under attack and require...
I do hope you've come to fight, Katok. If not, you may whimper and wait for my blade at your throat.
Reading multiple Klingon life signs on Yorktown's bridge.
Oops. Further oops.
Enemy reinforcements inbound.
What reinforcements? They're all dead.
Unidentified vessel. This is the USS Yorktown. We are under attack by Klingon boarding parties. Can you provide assistance?
Let's get this over with.
Over here.
Oops.
Science Officer 0718. Thank you for your very timely assistance. Could you see to Admiral Garrett's medical needs? I am currently interfacing with your crew and the Yorktown's engineering systems to prevent a critical breach of the warp core.
Thanks. I'm not sure which Starfleet you're in exactly, but I'm guessing you won't mind giving my crew a hand here. The Klingons really did a number on us.
Thank you. I thought we were finished. The Klingons weren't interested in taking prisoners.
Seriously? While I despise Jar Jar's nonsense, stronger words should be said, they at least followed the color scheme correctly. That being, red is engineering security.
Thank you. Oh, my head's still spinning. That last Klingon photon hit sent me flying into the ops console. Head first.
Blue sciences and medical, while red is command. Well, gold is command.
Thanks. I hope you're here to deal with these spheres.
We could use some help putting out these fires.
I hate this bridge.
Come over here after you put out the last fire. Over here. All right. We were about to begin sabotage operations on the sphere when the Klingons came to call. As you can see, Yorktown and her crew are in rough shape, but that thing needs to be neutralized. Can I count on you and your crew to help us finish the job? Oh, glad to hear it. We've got explosives ready to go, but we'll need to find a proper infiltration point on the sphere. Work with my science officer to make that happen.
Use the starboard console. Together we can triangulate our scanners. Admiral Garrett, I believe we found a suitable location. I have reviewed your proposed infiltration coordinates. They are tactically sound. We can commence operations at your command. Be advised, in previous encounters on board spheres, the occupants have been quick to mobilize their defense forces. Expect heavy opposition.
I'll stay on the Yorktown to assist Admiral Garrett and his crew. We'll monitor your progress from the bridge and provide tactical updates as we can.
Murder time, fun time.
Commander!
Emphasis on fun.
Intruders!
Like you can. I'm not even playing fair.
To date, the most effective Starfleet tactic has been to trigger a critical series of detonations within their power suite. Such disruptions have resulted in destruction of a sphere.
Experiment 2674. Despite attempts to compensate for transdimensional drift, the protocol initiation led to universal instability and, ultimately, entropic acceleration. Galactic habitable spaces, 0. Life signs, minimal. Project terminated.
Receiving data. I had no idea the sphere builders were involved in so many alternate realities.
You cannot stop our plans!
I was part of the team that devised the sphere neutralization tactics aboard USS Enterprise. After our initial success, I was deployed to the Yorktown to share my expertise on such matters.
Experiment 3331. The Expanse grew at an acceptable rate until it was discovered by the Iconian Dominion Alliance. After intense resistance, we were able able to decimate their core systems with targeted micro-expenses. But their desperation assault in subspace led to a complete entropic breakdown and, ultimately, universal disruption. Galactic habitable spaces, 0. Life signs, indeterminate. Project terminated.
This data, they've exterminated entire galaxies with their experiments.
Like you're any better. No, seriously, like he's any better. How many timelines, how many civilizations have you exterminated for the sake of your greater future?
It seems your alliance with the Klingons has been profitable, builders.
It has. Like the Zindi, they are eager for conquest.
However, the technology you have provided destroys as well as creates.
The Resistance has been disruptive to our progress. Your promises appear thin, Envoy.
I assure you, all is going according to plan. Nothing they will do will keep us from our goals.
And yet, I see a familiar disruption has presented itself again.
A minor nuisance. I suggest letting your Klingons do what they do best.
I will deal with this disruption. It's time you learned that you cannot prevail, intruder. You will fall to ruin.
Yeah, right.
I have had enough of you.
Ah, you're not kicking me into the Genesis planet. I'm gonna kick you into the Genesis planet.
The Tutarians were a peaceful race until your misbegotten alliance committed an act of genocide. We were all but annihilated. Only a scant few of us escaped to safety, lost and forgotten within a dimensional void.
That was Noi's fault.
The Envoy has given us the means to manipulate events. We had begun to undo the damage you have done to us. Quantum realms such as this are ours to study without risk to our own. And should this realm unravel, there is an infinite number of realms remaining to us.
Hypocrite.
Yes, just as you were willing to do so to achieve your goals, do not presume to judge me, murderer! The Expanse Protocol will wipe you from existence, and with your passing, bring justice to my people at long last.
You want justice? Kill Noi.
Something is happening. The sphere is emitting a high level of thermobaric radiation. We must complete our objective at once. Finished working on the sphere network. Prepare the final charge for detonation. Final charge deployed. We can return and initiate the detonation chain on your command.
Experiment 4472. Projections indicate increased habitable living area and expanse growth rate. Early estimates suggest a 500% increase. Local resistance, primarily from this realm's version of the Federation, has been crude but effective. Deploying Klingon proxy forces at key sphere deployments should alleviate this concern.
The latest data is local. It corresponds to this universe's quantum signature.
Yeah, I'm immune to the effects. I love cheating.
Sphere builder ships, inbound.
Speaking of cheating... I would suggest you do so, buddy. I will deal with the sphere builders. Look at that. I am immune.
The sphere is jamming our transmissions. I will recalibrate our systems so we can send detonation signals to the charges.
Then do it. Don't just talk about it, do it. Get to work. Enjoy the photon charges. Oops.
I have established a link to the charges on the sphere, ready to activate on your command.
Do it.
Detonations complete. The sphere is neutralized.
Nice work over there.
It was rough for a moment, but you both...
Blister face!
I'll see you back on the ship, sir.
Most curious. I believe that wound occurred due to a temporal shift. Something has happened elsewhere. A question for another time, perhaps.
In the end, you came through for us. On behalf of Starfleet and the Yorktown crew, thanks.
Indeed. Safe travels to you and your crew.
I love it when they beam out like that. TOS.
The Envoy's been busy since our last meeting. I think we can add the Sphere Builders to our list of known TLF associates and members after this encounter. The Builders are no strangers to Temporal War. Their experience could tip the balance of power against us. Fortunately, their ability to operate in our dimension is extremely limited. For now.
Well, that's that. I hope you enjoyed the 50 subscriber special, and I hope everyone shares this vid, and, well, a bit of an announcement. When I reach 100 subscribers, I will be doing, non-stop, a full playthrough of Valkyria Chronicles 1, a game I have not played. So please, share, like, subscribe, hopefully, if you want to see that. Housecoat Gaming, signing off.